put on healing vibrations. Particularly healing vibrations. He's always on in the background to make me feel good. I finally feel ready to talk about this. In 2016, so like 10 years ago, I put out a video, and it was a very popular type of video at the time, and it got 800,000 views, which was insane. And it was about, that video was about showcasing my struggles at the time with food and eating and obsessive compulsive behaviors. It was a very popular type of video at the time to put out, so I'm not surprised that it got a lot of views. I've since privated the video because it did contain a lot of pictures of me, of like my body, and I didn't want people coming to that video and comparing their own bodies or using it as like some sort of inspiration. My intent behind making that video was really to showcase to young girls and women that healing from those types of issues is possible, even if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of support in your life. Like, I didn't have a lot of support at the time, and I got through all of that by myself. And I think that's really why I feel ready to start making videos and talking to people about this, is because I'm at a place in my life where I feel very happy. I feel very content with the present moment and where I am, and it doesn't feel superficial. Like, it feels very real, and I'm very proud to look back at all the growth that I've been through, and I would love to share that with people and be a source of inspiration and show people that it's possible to overcome like real struggles in your life and be happy. All right, so here I am at 26 years old, and I have a beautiful relationship with food. I eat when I'm hungry. I stop when I'm full most of the time. I don't even think of dieting. I maintain my weight very effortlessly. I have actually only recently started to really overcome my issues with my body image and body dysmorphia. And I feel like these are topics for more videos in the future to really dive into how I've been feeling in my body and in my femininity, how I've really like come to own that essence within myself. But I can honestly say that I am at the best place I've ever been in my entire life. I want to talk about the effects of growing up ugly and what it did to me. Growing up ugly really sucks. I felt like I had less friends because I was ugly. I felt like I stood out because I was ugly. I felt like there was something inherently wrong with me because I was ugly. I felt like I didn't have a lot of value because I was ugly. One of the long-term effects of growing up ugly has been that I've looked to men for a lot of my life for validation, and it's resulted in me being in a lot of toxic relationships. Definitely, it's affected my relationships as an adult. I also feel like it has affected the way I look at other women. I feel like I've looked at other women as sources of competition and as sources of jealousy, and I've projected my insecurities onto others. Only very recently have I started to feel that sense of inner fulfillment and love and beauty. I feel like when you grow up ugly, you put a lot of emphasis on your appearance, so you project your value onto looking really good. I definitely had phases where I was just obsessed with the way I looked. Like, even after I healed my issues with food, I really feel like I still placed so much emphasis on how I looked. So even after my issues with food were healed, I was still very obsessed with presenting myself and with makeup and with clothing and with looking just a certain way and being very hyper fixated on being sexually attractive to men. And for a lot of my adult life, my femininity and my womanhood, I was obsessed with getting that validated by men and through male attention. And that is one of the things that growing up ugly, I feel like, does to a woman, is it makes them really hyperfixated on getting attention. I spent so much money in my life on clothes that I didn't need, makeup I didn't need, uh, nails, hair, dyeing my hair different colors. Um, even after the food issues were healed, I was still very much rejecting my essence, and I was rejecting my natural form, because even though I had healed my relationship with food, I hadn't healed my relationship with myself. I feel like the fixation with food simply moved to a fixation with making my body and making my physical outward appearance sexually attractive to men. And I thought that there was no way in hell that my original natural form could be sexy or could be beautiful. And so I invested a lot of time, effort, and money into altering my appearance, and not just altering it, but making my appearance as far away from possible as natural. And I spent a lot of my adult years being very insecure in my appearance. As an adult, even though I wasn't dieting necessarily, I was still doing a lot of control type behaviors because I felt very out of control internally. I still hadn't resolved my self-hatred or my lack of self-love that I was feeling on the inside. You know, all of these behaviors, all of the clothes, all of the hair and nail appointments and the makeup and going out, trying to get attention from men, it was really me covering up the fact that I didn't feel okay with myself, and I felt like I needed external validation to be here in this world. And point blank, I just didn't feel like I was worthy to be here just as I was. I thought that I needed to be validated by the world. So I guess this circles back to the meaning of this video is to tell you that you don't need anything external to validate being here. You are worthy of being here just as you are, exactly as you are in this moment. Um, I haven't met you. I probably haven't met you. I don't know you, very likely, if you're watching this video. But I do know that you are worthy of being here right now without changing anything about yourself. My intent with sharing my story is to get you to start to see your inherent worthy without all of the external things, without all of the attention seeking, or without all of the clothes or the makeup or jobs or money or friends. anything that you think is adding to your value, I really want you to question why you're doing certain things, and if you're really doing it, are you really doing it because you love it, or are you doing it because you feel some sort of emptiness inside, like I was? And I really think that a lot of people today, especially with social media, we're always comparing, we're always comparing ourselves to other people. Social media isn't real. And, you know, you're exactly where you need to be, as cheesy as that sounds. I know that it really sucks to be in a place where you hate yourself, or you feel incomplete, or you don't feel worthy, or you feel ugly, or you grew up ugly. Even up until recently, I have a lot of beautiful friends, and I would look to some of my closest friends and feel jealousy for them, because I would know that they grew up feeling beautiful, and I would just imagine and think, imagine what it would feel like to grow up being told that you're beautiful, and being told that you're inherently worthy, and that you don't doubt that about yourself, and there's not that constant doubt, right? And I'm here to tell you that you are beautiful and you are worthy, and there's nothing you need to do to change or to fix yourself. I feel like everyone in society is so obsessed with becoming something, becoming better, improving their appearance and glowing up. And I've really been on an opposite journey lately. I've been on a journey of becoming more still and simply just being exactly as I am without anything extra. And I've really been trying to shed things that don't serve me or don't serve my life. And I've just been feeling so good lately that I need to tell you that it is possible to get to a place where you can love yourself, and you don't need all of these things that are external to validate who you are. Because I'm here and I feel that joy, and I feel that knowing of what I am and who I am. And you can too. I came from a place of deep struggle with depression and anxiety and OCD and bipolar disorder, and I was on medication for so many years for all of these issues, and I was doing a lot of behaviors to myself, to my body, that were hurting myself, and everything external that I was doing was self-punishment, because I felt like I didn't deserve to be here. And that is the meaning of this video. You deserve to be here exactly as you are in this moment. I'm so excited to continue making more videos. It's been really crazy sharing this journey, sharing my story with you. It's been really crazy sharing all of this with you. Bunnycorn, how do you feel? She's a little shy. She doesn't want to talk. Wherever you are watching from, I am wishing you so much love and peace and joy, and I want you to know that you are deserving of everything good, and you are deserving of your dreams, and you are beautiful, and you are worthy just as you are in this exact moment. And I'm going to keep reminding you this in every single video that I make, because I want you to start believing it. Because once you start believing in your own inherent worth, a lot is going to change for you, and you're going to start seeing that magic in life, and believing in that magic, and feeling that magic, and loving your life. And I'm just so excited to be on this journey with you. So until next time.